Letter intercepted by the Federation, 6 out of 12. Found. Exhibit piece at the Micro-Museum of Local Arts, understood to be a traditional graduation course for families. Yokola and Puik. Similar to the seasonal tea of the Bumblebeard Mountains, Local Cola, named Yokola, suspends 3 sugar-coated poi yolks, the sugar forming a thin shell after less than an hour of rest, in a pine-seltzered fall water flavored with either poi broth and caramelized strawberries or cabbage glaze and blue onion powder, seasoned with red-dyed lavender, allspice, and whole uncut snowflowers. Often prepared by younger siblings or neighbors, the result is deceptively tangy despite the absence of citrus. Poi is chicken as far as hearth life is concerned. However, there are indescribable differences in flavor and texture from the wild chickens of the Golden Coast, who eat more onion, primarily for hydration, than a temp working overtime in the spring. For puik, egg whites are sliced symmetrically, buttered with poi grease, and grilled generously after repeated baths in apple puree and coconut flour to create something resembling a small bow cake. The yolks are carefully balanced by the graduates when offered their freshly grilled puik and eaten in one bite after some decisive cooling mid-air. It's well-mannered to reserve okola for dessert, as cleansing a palate of char and spice is interpreted as an insult at a certain point to the budding cooks. Date dials and rolls. Per graduate, 2 coconut equators, robust 4-inch tall coconut shells used for baking ceremonial dishes, about the width of a palm, are primed with oil, salt, and braids of fish skin, and long strands of coconut flesh, which are stuck to the walls in an oval hearth. On the hot stone which they rest, blue onion flour, the powder is too fine and delicate to create the crisp needed for the naked base of the equator. Coconut pulp and cocoa powder are stirred and thickened until a batter of egg whites and mint leaves can be scooped into the equators. Encouraged to stick to the sides of the shell, the hollow is quickly topped with red root-spiced cabbage leaves and overfilled with tomato and carrot juice. Rolls, particularly stale ones, which are prepared by the dozens, weeks in advance, are allowed to soak the moisture like a proud hat. Rolls are typically a round, sweet, soft bread made with tomato, carrots, coconut, eggs, and sand onion, which behaves similarly to our yeast, baking powders, and sodas. Dried rolls boast an additional orange flavor and color, and often contain nuts or white bark in them as gestures of wealth or familial and social status. Yolks, thinly wrapped in fins and similarly charred with lavender allspice, are broken over the roll's decoration, which can range anywhere from roasted dates, pistachios, blue onion chips, frozen strawberries, and white chocolate bark. The finished date dial should be cooked well enough to be gingerly removed from the support of their equators, and ambitious graduates, confident with their char, will attempt to stack the two, even flipping the top dial upside down before decorating. Finishings. Strawberries are cut in the shapes of fish dials, and freshly cooked fish are dressed up and given hair with blue onion powder cream. Blue onion powder cream is wrapped in cabbage leaves, then repeatedly dipped in poi grease and white chocolate. Pistachios are bricked with the stickiness of apple puree, painted with blue onion powder cream, then given roofs made out of coconut flesh.